well in lockdown over there?
Yeah, tough to complain, but it is a very weird time. Just trying to, adjust. I think we've been doing it long enough now that, we kind of know what the routine is. Not that there's much of one, but making the best of every day.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I just wanted to kind of, some of the audience who don't know you, to say tonight I'm talking to the talented Hailee Steinfeld, singer, songwriter and actor. And you've just released a new single called I Love Yous. And you can see this on YouTube, which I've seen, and it's definitely one to watch during lockdown. And also, I don't know if you know this, Hailee, during my research, you're one of the 15 youngest Oscar nominees of all time.
Wow.
And you went on to act, if I am correct, in another 21 parts. And you launched your singing career in 2015 with Love Myself. And you've done modeling for Miu Miu, and you support numerous charities, most of them focused on improving children's lives, which we love. Do you ever have any time off?
Well, it's always, actually, thank you for saying all that. It's very rare that I actually take the time or have the time to sort of have off or just reflect on what I have done and what I have accomplished. And I think now that we're being forced to do that, it's been a nice opportunity to have this. I've never had this kind of time at home. So yeah.
Yeah, and you just have you got a new dog? You've got a dog, haven't you? Martini. Is it called Martini?
Yes. Martini.
Yeah. Girl,
Martini.
boy?
She's a little girl. She's the best thing in the whole world. It's so funny because last year I kind of knew that, last year I kept saying next year I want to get a dog. And I didn't realize that it would happen so soon. It was just kind of an idea. It was something I knew I wanted to explore the idea of, but obviously didn't know that this was going to happen. And I thought I was going to be traveling a bunch at this time. So I thought maybe it would happen a lot later. But then I started looking, I was online and I was looking and I was looking and I found her, and it just happened. Happened a lot quicker than I thought.
Does she sleep on the bed?
No.
Yeah, my husband would never let a dog sleep in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got some really just kind of easy questions, light dinner party, cocktail party, but kind of, let's say, breakfast questions.
Perfect.
So basically, you were 14 when you acted in True Grit, and you started acting at what, 12?
I started studying acting when I was 8, 9. But I didn't make my first movie until I was 13. That was True Grit. But yeah, I started taking classes when I was about 8.
And was there anything else apart from that you wanted to do while you were growing up, when you were young?
Absolutely everything. I mean, the fact that one week it was horseback riding, so my parents would fully support that. I would get the whole 3-month, pack of classes. I'd get all the gear. I was at the best school. It was the whole thing. And then I would decide halfway through, I was like, I want to switch it up. I want to play basketball. I'd play basketball. Then it was dance. Then it was, I was here, there, and everywhere. So when it came to the idea of acting, or as my 8-year-old self saw it, as being in commercials, my mom knew that it, required a lot more of a commitment than I was used to, and said, if you take classes for a full year, we will look into it. And so that's when I took classes for a year, and then she took headshots in our backyard. We sent them out to 10 different agents, and one called. It was a print agent, and I signed to them for a bit, and I ended up signing with them across the board theatrically as well. And then the rest is history.
And tell me, with the riding, I love you doing the riding classes. So you didn't have to take riding classes to do that Mattie's part in True Grit.
Well, yeah. So what's so great is I had a bit of experience, and I was so looking forward to, there was no fear, no hesitation when it came to that. But I did train for, I believe, about a month on that horse, and I worked with, the greatest people, and those horses were incredible, and they're probably one of my favorite animals.
Yeah, no, I have to say they're my favorite. They are my favorite.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the first thing you remember as a child?
The first thing I remember as a child. Damn. I mean, just like at all?
At all? Anything. Anything that pops up in the head.
I have this very, very vivid memory of, I believe I was 6 or 7. It's a long way into my life without having any memories before then, but this is something that's always stood out to me. My mom was watching the film Paper Moon in her room, and she called me into her room. She's like, "You've got to see this movie. I think you're going to love it." And anytime my mom or dad or brother had suggested anything like that, it was like I would about face and run the other way. If it was something they thought I'd like, it was probably not something I'd like, right? And this was something that I was like, it looked interesting. So I sat there, my mom started the movie over, and I watched this thing. I did not move from the position I was sitting in from the beginning to the end of this film. And to this day, it's one of my all-time favorites. And I think that kind of, I think it stayed with me so strongly because of the fact that, so Tatum O'Neal in that film, I believe was, I'd have to look it up and remind myself, but either the age that I was when I watched it or just a few years older. So it was like it could have been me the whole time I was watching it.
She's also one of the youngest nominees. She's in that
right.
15. So you're in great company. You're in
crazy, full circle. But yeah, that moment, I just like, I'll never forget, like running into her bedroom and then sitting and watching that movie from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I mean, you've done so much already. You know, you're an actor, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, and you're only 24. So what other ambitions do you have? Do you still have?
I have so many. I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by people that inspire me, that are so good at what they do. I think there is a lot in the film space that I would love to explore as far as directing and continuing producing. I would love to, you know, I have a keyboard in front of me that I've been trying to teach myself how to learn. If I could play any instrument, I mean, I've just kind of dabbled in a few, so I would love to like master one.
That was one of my questions. I was gonna ask you, what else, what other talents would you like to have?
Oh, if I could just sit down at a piano and just pull a fast one, man, I'd do anything. I'm on my way to it though. I was up till like 1 a.m. just playing, just trying to figure it out.
Oh, no, go for it. You know what? My husband is during this is teaching himself. Well, he taught himself guitar. He's teaching himself guitar, and so basically, he's torturing me with the guitar. Let me tell you.
Oh, great.
And so, what else? So, what is your most treasured possession?
Most treasured possession. You know, if I'm being honest, I don't know that I necessarily have one. I don't think I'm very materialistic when it comes to things. You know, it's been some time now, but when more than just my town, but when the fires were happening, I was actually across the country, and all I could think about, I mean, my family was here, I was away working, and I just was like, you know, my poor family was like packing up our valuables, and a lot of that was just photographs. So I think there are photographs that I love and cherish. I have.
That's good. I think photographs are good.
Photographs are great, but it's funny because when I came home after all that had happened, I was going through my room and getting rid of things that, God forbid, anything happened. Like I could weed through what I don't want, what has been in my life for too long, you know. And I realized that there were very, very few things that I pulled aside, and I think the most important thing was like my family, you know what I mean?
So that's good. They're your most treasured possessions.
Yeah,
my family are my most treasured possessions, actually. Yeah. So, Nate, give me the film that you recommend everyone should watch.
Paper Moon.
Not Paper Moon. Book you recommend everyone should read.
I carry around Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. There's something about that book that I feel like I could flip to any page at any time of any day and find something that, like, I was going to say makes me smile, but doesn't, just makes me think. I love that book. I think everyone should read it. It's a fast read.
Okay, so I'm going to read that one. Song you recommend everyone should listen to? Can be your song. It can be.
Okay, well, in that case, I Love You by me.
Okay. And what is your favorite song to dance to alone in your room? What song do you dance to alone? You know where that song.
Yeah. Damn. This isn't necessarily one I like.
It doesn't
Will
have to be
put
the best
on.
song. It's just the song that you love to dance. You know, the one that you really like. And mine is like "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. So they.
That's okay. So the one that came to mind is a song that like I cannot not dance to, and that's "September" by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, see, there
It's
you
so
go.
random, and it's not one that I like will go in my room and put on just to dance alone in my room to, but it's one that I will definitely be dancing if it's
Okay, well there you go. And then what are the top songs do you think that define you? Your top. We have a thing here called Desert Island where you have to choose 5. They interview you. You have to choose 5, 7 songs. But maybe you could. What are your 5? What are your 5? Just off the top of your head, those 5 songs that you love.
No Scrubs, TLC. Oh my God, Love on the Brain, Rihanna. Brain work. Come on, this quarantine
It's
brain.
early.
No, it's that's not even an excuse. What else? No Scrubs, Love on the Brain. Maybe like Drop It Like It's Hot. Oh my God. Why can't I think?
It's hard. Doesn't matter. Okay, your favorite karaoke song?
Definitely No Scrubs. That's like the go-to number one. It's literally that, and then kind of anything Britney.
Okay, brilliant. There we go. And your favorite character in a film?
Damn, my favorite character in a film. I'm not good at picking favorites. Who's your favorite character in film?
I would say mine is Bette Davis in All About Eve.
That's a good one.
She's my favorite.
Wow. Okay.
I'm being thick, and I'm also got kind of like coronavirus brain tonight, so I can't actually remember her name. But basically, she's my most favorite character ever. I love her.
I
love Gone with the Wind.
Oh, okay. That's when you said, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? I like kind of brave, strong women.
Agreed.
Yeah. Do you cry in movies?
I sob.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's like it. Yeah, fully.
Which is the last movie that you had a really bad cry in? I'm embarrassed to tell you what mine is.
Go on.
Go on, mine's Star is Born.
Oh my God. By the way, hold on. Same, actually. Same. Oh. In fact, hold on. I think I may have even made the mistake of watching it on a plane, which is not smart.
Oh no, you must never watch a movie on a plane. It's the lack of oxygen. I remember once being on a plane and sitting next to this guy and watching some terrible movie like The Notebook. Have you ever watched The Notebook?
Of course I have.
I'm literally crying so badly, sobbing uncontrollably. No. And he obviously thought somebody had died or somebody, because this businessman, like tapped me on the shoulder and went, "Are you all right? Can I help you?"
Oh my God. Terrible. Yeah, I do not recommend.
Never watch sad movies on an aeroplane.
No.
So what is your idea of perfect happiness? What's your idea of perfect happiness?
Oh, I don't know if that exists.
Yeah, but is it lying on a beach? Is it looking at the sky?
I would say,
is it hearing birds sing?
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, and yeah, I think being healthy, number one, good health, and fresh air. So probably I live at the beach, being on the beach, day or night, looking at the stars, or sitting under the sun.
Look, you see, you're lucky looking at the sea. So what's your favorite? Because that was my next one. Favorite view or journey?
Okay, so there are quite a few like little lookout spots near where I live, that some of them require like hopping a couple fences or driving up some windy roads. And there's something that I've been going to these spots since I was a kid. I grew up here. And so it's, I don't know, there's something so special about just the ocean and being able to look out at the ocean that I absolutely love.
I have to say that the one thing that most people are missing, if they've seen it and love it, is the ocean, if they're not near it at the moment. Okay, quick. Favorite flower?
Rose.
And you obviously love clothes from all your videos. So who's your favorite designer?
How dare you? Favorite designer. Oh, I love Marc Jacobs, and I love him as a human. So
okay, well that's good. Favorite nail varnish color?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Favorite color of lipstick?
I don't really wear lipstick. I love wearing like a good lip liner and like a chapstick.
Yeah, well there you go. That's good. And what to date do you think is the most important lesson life has taught you?
That I have a purpose. I was put on this earth for a reason, and even when I lose sight of that, if it's as simple as making a stranger smile, then that's, you know, I do have a purpose.
That's great. That's so nice. And what is your current state of mind now, apart from the fact that you've just woken up and look fabulous, if I may say so, actually? I mean, you look fabulous for somebody that's just woken up.
It's always when I like have 5 minutes and I just like somehow turn something up and I'm like, damn, okay, maybe I just need to like not take so much time. Current state of mind, I'm a little lost and confused, to be honest. I just kind of am like, you know, bored. But I, you know, finding ways to be creative, and I feel like I have that right in front of me. So creative, but sort of bored and confused.
And do you have a motto or a saying or a word that you overuse? I
constantly tell myself everything happens for a reason, all day, every day.
Yeah. And also, this was a question that was given to me the other day, from a friend of mine, and they said, ask everybody, who would they throw overboard?
Wow. Damn. Couple people came to mind.
It doesn't have to be a person. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean? It could be.
Then my cell phone. I would throw my cell phone overboard.
Oh my God! Quite right. So would I, actually.
Yeah.
God. And what do you do? What do you do, or what do you never leave the house without doing?
Washing my face or brushing my teeth. Ever. Okay. I can't do it. I can't leave my room without doing that.
Okay. And if you had to rate the satisfaction of your life so far out of 10, what would you score?
Oh, 10.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But just so you know, Marc Jacobs, you're the person whose designs you love the most. He's his 11.
Oh, is it? You know what's funny though? I was almost gonna 11 is my number, and I was almost gonna say 11. I just, you know, I think I feel so fortunate. So yeah, it's up there.
Oh, good. You're a good, positive person. I like it. That's been brilliant. And it's been a real pleasure talking to you. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope one day we meet.
I hope so
myself.
Nice.
Yeah, you too. Have a good time. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
You know what I mean? And have a good day. Lots of love.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
I've got to save it. I've got to save it. And then I've got to do something else. I've got to save it, and I've done that.
Finish it.
I've saved it. Share the story.
Are you still live?
I don't know. I've saved it. Oh, you have to click end.